Hi everyone, it's Don, and I hope you're having a great week. Looking forward to a great weekend. The weather here in Ottawa is finally starting to get above zero, so we're looking forward to that. And I wanted to thank everybody for all the comments on my first ever blogs that have started going out from my cruise on the Royal Princess last week. I've learned so much trying to do this. The biggest thing I think I've learned now is I'm starting to be okay with talking to a camera around a whole bunch of people who are just staring at me because I'm talking to a camera. So yeah, I think on my next vlogs I'll get even more comfortable with doing that, and I hope they get better and better as I go along. So again, thank you. And what's in the news this week? Well, there's some pretty interesting stuff going on, and we're going to talk about it right after this. Most of us have heard about the MSC Amore who ran into the dock in Honduras last week and has closed that dock and that port for a while. There seems to be some confusion between the cruise lines and the dock officials. First off, they say that fixing the end of that dock area is going to cost $10 million or more, and no cruise, 3 months of repairs, and no cruise ship over, I believe, 700, 800 feet is not going to be allowed to dock there. However, since they've said that, the cruise ship like the Getaway has been there, and they've made that their port, and the Getaway is much bigger than 800 square feet. So there's a lot of confusions. They're saying they're canceling cruise ships docking, but the cruise lines are saying no, we're still going. So you may be tendering if you end up going there. Just keep that in mind. A lot of people say that there's no way $10 million should be the cost, and they're wondering if the port is just trying to get more money to do other things on the port and claiming it's for the repairs. So we'll keep in touch with that story and see what happens as that goes along. Another story that just came out, Princess is introducing one of their features with a little bit of a different twist. If you ever go on an Alaskan cruise with Princess, they have an event called Puppies in the Piazza, where they bring on huskies and dog sledding dogs, and it's a very popular thing. People swarm around the area for a chance to visit the puppies on an Alaskan cruise. Well, they decided to do a little bit of a twist. They're going to call it the Parrots in the Piazza, and they're bringing parrots on board into the Piazza on Caribbean cruises starting shortly. By 2019, they should be on all Caribbean cruises. So that's something for me to look forward to on our group cruise in April on the Regal next year. So there's another event that's going to be happening. And if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about the group cruise, I'll just put a link to a video up there, and you can check it out if you might be interested in joining us on that cruise. And now one of those stories that's like, what were you thinking kind of stories. The last person in that cocaine smuggling scandal with Canadian girls that were caught trying to smuggle $16 million of cocaine on a cruise ship going to Australia. I don't know, like, cruise lines check all luggage and things. I don't know how they thought they could get away with that. But she was finally, I think the name is Melina Roberge, and she was 24 years old, and she has been sentenced to 8 years in jail. And one of the sad things about it is the reason that she took this risk, she says, the reason she took this risk is so she could take pictures and selfies of herself and her friend in exotic locations on a cruise that she couldn't afford to take. The cruise was $17,000, and they did not have an income that would support $17,000 cruise. But they wanted to take these pictures for Instagram, for likes and recognition, to grow on Instagram and try and become Instagram famous to make money that way. And as somebody who is in the social media thing, like, that's just, you're trying to take a shortcut by doing something illegal. Well, guess what? You got into the news but for all the wrong reasons. And now 8 years, literally 1/3 of your life that you've already had is now going to be spent in jail. The prime of your life, 24 to 32 years old before she gets out. And it's just a shame. And it just goes to show you there's no quick fixes in life. There's no quick anything in life. You might get lucky, but you can't cheat. And chances are you're going to get caught if you do. It's really sad that they thought that they could do this, get away with it, and become famous at the same time. It's really sad news, and it's really sad for me that they're fellow Canadians. And I just shake my head and wonder, what were you thinking? Well, that's the stories in the news this week in cruising. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more videos. I have another vlog coming out on Sunday, followed up by probably a ship review of the Carnival Magic that somebody asked me to do. So stay tuned for that. And if you like this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.